The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Here comes the offense on first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He's got it down the right side. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack, now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. The RPO fired complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. The running back has it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Dances away. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll go with a direct snap. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown, even if I get...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jordan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Georgia! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Oh, look out! And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're just about ready to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Now on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds some room out of the backfield. Makes the catch and knocked down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Jordan. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Gets away from one. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting it.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create.
Going for it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Using his feet to buy time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. A quick pass to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's the end of the first half with the score, Georgia 20-10.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's King. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll let it go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the right. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's King. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at it.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys that don't like people, Reese Davis, that just love hitting people with aggressiveness. And just, it's so amazing that they find that year after year in this defensive line group.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. The short hands, it's Cameron. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 20, Penn State 14.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
And the Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. The quick out. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 6.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop him.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Turns it loose deep. Makes the catch down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll throw it on 1st down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it again. Finds the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Snap it to the back. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, they don't pick up the 1st down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Direct snap. Ran through the contact. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Dropping back, it's Jordan. Finds his back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they've got the lead in the final minute. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David. He's going to fire deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Wants to throw. It's King. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very
looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
So that's going to